Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about what are the institutional arrangements for disaster management. Institutional arrangement means what are the institutions or what are the authorities or what are the organizations are functionable in India to manage any disastrous condition or any hazardous condition. Currently there are three important institutions are functioning in India. One under central government and other two SDMA and BDMA under state government. This is comes under central government and other two comes under state government. So we are going to discuss about these three briefly. First we are going to discuss what is NDMA. First, we are going to discuss about what is NDMA. NDMA is the abbreviated form of National Disaster Management Authority. Okay, so NDMA is the abbreviated form of National Disaster Management Authority. What is this NDMA? It is the apex body. It is the apex body which lay down policy, policies, plans, and guidelines. It is the apex body, comes under central government of India, which lay down policies, plans, and guidelines. It is the apex body which lay down policies, plans, and guidelines for disaster management. Okay, so it lay down or it provides some guidelines, some plans or policies for disaster management, how to tackle a disastrous condition. Then its main aim. What is the main aim of the NDMA? Its main aim, or you can say also vision, VISI over. Its main aim or vision is to build, build a safer, safer or disaster resilient, disaster resilient, resilient India. Disaster resilience means to make strong enough to tackle any disastrous or any hazardous condition. Resilient means to make strong enough. So its main aim or vision is to build a safer, disaster resilient India by a holistic, proactive and technology driven strategy. Technology driven, driven strategy. Its main aim is to build a safer environment or a strong enough India to tackle with any disastrous condition by a holistic. Holistic means to take whole sort. Okay, they are taking everyone at a time. Holistic or proactive and technology driven strategy. By some technology, applying some technology. How to make our India a safer and a disaster resilient condition. How to make our India a safer and disaster resilient place, so that we can all live a peaceful and a safe life. So its NDMA's main vision is this. Then till now we know what is NDMA and what is its main aim. Then how it is formed. It is established, it is established by Disaster Management Act. I will write in shortcut DM Act, or you can say Disaster Management Act. It is came into force, enacted in 23rd December 2005. A Disaster Management Act came into force by the Central Government of India on 23rd December 2005, where it is through which the NDMA is established. Not only NDMA, other two SDMA and DDMA are also established through this act, Disaster Management Act, which came into force in the 2005. Then, who is the chairperson or who is the head of the NDMA? Our Prime Minister of India, PM of India is the head, or you can say chairperson, head or chairperson of India. So Prime Minister of India is the head or chairperson of NDMA. Apart from Prime Minister, there are other 9 members also. Excluding Prime Minister, there are other 9 members are also on the committee of the NDMA. So these are the eliminatory idea or introduction about NDMA. Then what are the responsibilities or what are the functions of NDMA? Okay, there are certain responsibilities of NDMA, or we can say what are the functions of NDMA. Now we will discuss about what are the functions. Responsibilities, or you can say function of NDMA. As we discussed earlier, NDMA's main vision is to build a safer and disaster resilient India. So the first responsibility is it lay down policies and guidelines, and or you can use alternative guidelines for disaster management. Okay, the first important responsibility is it lay down policies, it provide policies, plans, or you can say also guidelines to tackle any disastrous condition or any disasters, to manage any disasters or hazardous condition. Then it also lay down policies. It also lay down policies which are It also laid down guidelines which are originally to be. It also laid down policies to be followed by state authorities. Drawing of the state plan. Any state plan. Okay. It laid down some policies to be followed by state authorities. So the policies which are given by NDMA, those are mostly followed by any all state authorities or any state government to lay down their state plan. Okay. Then it also laid down, it also laid down policies to be followed by ministries. MINISTRIES, ministries or department of central government. Okay. It also laid down policies to be followed by ministries or department of the central government of India. Then what are other responsibilities? It laid down policies and guidelines for the function of functioning of Disaster Institute for Disaster Management, National Institute of Disaster Management, NIDM. It laid down policies and guidelines for the functioning of National Institute for Disaster Management, that is NIDM. Okay, so it laid down some guidelines for the functioning of NIDM. Next, what are the other responsibilities? In other responsibilities, it recommends RECOMMEND. It recommends the provision of fund, provision of fund. It recommends the provision of funds for the purpose of mitigation. For the purpose, purpose of mitigation or any hazardous or disastrous condition. MITIGATION. Mitigation. Mitigation also indicate to any disastrous condition. Okay. It recommends the provision of fund for the purpose of mitigation. Then other responsibilities. Then it support other countries. It support other countries which are affected by nature, which are affected affected by major disasters, major disasters, as may be ordered by the government of India. A best example is the NDMA provides support to Nepal when a major earthquake hits the Nepal. Okay, so it also provides support to other countries, other neighboring countries like Nepal, Bangladesh, other European countries also, other countries which are affected by major disastrous conditions. Then it equips, equips or provide any helps, equips and trains, TRAINS, or provide training. It equips and trains other government officials, OFFI, CIAS officials, or any institution, government institution, IN, STI, TUTIONS institutions, or any government communities to respond disastrous conditions, to respond any disasters. This is also enough. It equips and trains other government officials apart from the Indian, other government officials, institutions, or any communities, government communities, to respond to any disasters. Then it also equips and trains state and local cells, local disaster management cells, local disaster disaster management cells. Okay. The NDMA also provides training to the SDMA. You know, there are some ODRAF also, NDRF team also. So this NDMA provide training to the state and local disaster management cells also. Local disaster management cells indicate to SDMA, NDMA, ODRAF, NDRF, etc. etc. So these are the major responsibilities of NDMA we discussed. Okay. After the major responsibilities, what are the guidelines provided by NDMA? We are going to discuss. What are the guidelines provided by NDMA? What are the guidelines provided by NDMA? According to the official website of NDMA, there are mainly nearly 30 guidelines which are given by NDMA. But we are going to discuss about those 30 guidelines in briefly. You may write this according to official website of NDMA. Right, there are mainly 30 guidelines. Okay, there are mainly 30 guidelines provided how to tackle or how to respond any disastrous condition. We are going to discuss about them briefly. Okay, first, the guidelines for preparation of action plans, then prevention and management management of, okay, try to understand guidelines for preparation of action plan. What to do when any disaster condition appear? What to do? Action plan, prevention. What will you do so that those type of hazardous conditions will not repeated again? Prevention and management. If any disaster condition happen, then how to manage? How to tackle? Management of heat wave, cyclone, then urban flooding or any flood, then tsunami, then lightning, lightning or any heat storm or thunderstorm or any dust, etc. Dust, heat wave, you can say also, etc. Okay, for the preparation, in this way it is easier to memorize. Guideline for preparation of action plan, prevention and management of these natural disaster conditions: heat wave, cyclone, urban flooding, tsunami, lightning. Then and for boat safety, then any biological disaster, DISA. Currently, the coronavirus condition is a type of biological disaster condition. So, also for the guideline for the provide guideline for preparation of action plan, prevention and management of biological disaster condition. Then chemical disaster. Best example is your Bhopal gas tragedy, where leak gas is extracted, and then biological disaster, chemical disaster, and any radiological disaster also. Radiological disaster. Okay, so the NDMA provide guidelines for such natural disasters conditions. The biological disaster, chemical disaster, radiological disasters. These are mainly your natural type or maybe your man-made or artificial type. Apart from this, it also provides guidelines for your museum, how to maintain a museum. Okay, museum, then cultural heritage site. Or you can say precincts, PRECINTS. Cultural heritage site, you know what is cultural heritage site and what is precincts. Precincts refers to a particular area which is bounded by a long or heavy wall. Okay, precincts. Then also provide guidelines for hospital safety. Hospital safety. Then it also recommend the relief, recommend the type of relief. RELIFE. Recommend the type of relief, whether to dry food is distributed, whether to any cooked food is distributed, what is the type of dry food, etc., etc. It also recommend the type of relief. Then it also recommend temporary shelters. TEMPORARY. Temporary shelters. SHELTERS. Also recommend temporary shelters for the families which are affected by disasters. Temporary shelters for families affected by any disasters, maybe a cyclone or maybe a flood, etc. Those families which are affected by cyclone, flood, etc. disaster condition, the government also provide temporary shelters. So those temporary shelters, those reliefs are recommended by NDRF. Okay. So this is the brief idea about NDMA. What is NDMA? How it came into force? Then what is its main aim? Then what are the responsibilities of NDMA? What are the guidelines provided by NDMA? We will discuss briefly the guidelines. There are nearly 30 guidelines provided by NDMA, but we will discuss briefly as much required to you in the graduation level. Okay, so this complete your NDMA. Then we are going to discuss another management authority, that is SDM. NDMA stands for National Disaster Management Authority. SDMA stands for State Disaster Management Authority. Okay. NDMA is functionable on country basis and SDMA is functionable under state basis. Each state have their own SDMA, own State Disaster Management Authority. Okay, SDMA. As we said earlier, it is also came into force by your Disaster Management Act 23rd, which is came into force on 23rd December 2005. Okay, it also came into force by Disaster Management Act, which is enacted in the 23rd December 2005. Then this is functionable. It is the apex body under every state government. Under every, let me write capital S. Under every state government, which lay policies, plans and guidelines for disaster management. By following the guidelines of NDMA. SDMA follows the guidelines strictly. SDMA follows strictly the guidelines of NDMA and lay down policies and plans for the disaster management in state level. Okay. So this is the function or responsibility of SDMA. The main responsibility of SDMA is to tackle any disastrous condition in state level. Then who is the chairperson? Okay, the chairperson or head or chairperson of SDMA is the chief minister of every state. Chief minister of every state. Okay, if we are going to discuss about Odisha, then in Odisha the state disaster management authority have the chairperson of SDMA is our chief minister, honorable chief minister currently honorable chief minister Mr. Naveen Patnaik. Then apart from the chief minister, we were talking about only Odisha. If we are talking about Odisha, the SDMA of Odisha consists of 10 members. Currently, SDMA of Odisha consists of 10 members. The head is chairperson, is the chief minister, and other 9 members. We are going to discuss about other 9 members. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, there are 10 members of SDMA. First is chairman or chairperson. Then vice chairperson. Then other 8 are members. MEMBES members. Chairperson is our chief minister. CM refers to chief minister. Then vice chairperson refers to minister. R and D department. R and D stands for revenue and disaster management department. R and D department refers to revenue and disaster management. Minister of revenue and disaster management department is the vice chairperson of Odisha SDM. Then another member is minister of finance minister of Odisha, another member. Then minister of agriculture. Then there are 3 members, and other 3 are secretary. AC, CRE, TAR secretary. 3 are secretary. 3 members are secretary. First, secretary of R&D department, revenue and disaster management department. Then secretary of home department. Then secretary of water resource department. Then we completed till 7. Then in 8 member is CEO, Chief Executive Officer. Then additional Chief Executive Officer, CEO is our Chief Secretary is CEO of SDM Odisha. Then additional Chief Executive Officer is our SRC, Special Relief Commissioner is SRC. Okay, additional Chief Executive Officer of SDM Odisha is SRC, Special Relief Commissioner. Then 10th is member is DC stand for Development Commissioner or ADC, Additional Development Commissioner. So these are the 10 members of SDM Odisha. Okay, this will be asked in short question. This may be asked in short question that like who is the vice chairperson of SDM Odisha? You may write Minister R&D department, Revenue and Disaster Management department. Then another 2 ministers are Minister of Finance Minister, Agriculture Minister. Then 3 secretaries of R&D department, Home department, Water Resource department. Then 2 CEO and additional CEO. CEO is Chief Secretary, additional CEO is Special Relief Commissioner. Then 10th member is Development Commissioner or Additional Development Commissioner. So this ends our discussion about SDMA. Till now we discussed what is SDMA, who is the chairperson of SDMA, what are the responsibilities of SDMA, where the SDMA are functional. Then we are going to discuss about DDM. DDMA stands for District 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 Disaster Management Authority DISASTER Disaster Management Authority. Okay. DDMA stands for District Disaster Management Authority. This authority or this organization is only functionable in each district of the India. In India, every district level, a disaster management authority is functionable, and that is known as DDMA or District Disaster Management Authority. This is comes under state government. Under state government, there are two authorities. One is SDMA, functionable under state Disaster Management Authority. Another is DDMA, District Disaster Management Authority. So DDMA stands for District Disaster Management Authority. Same, it also lay down policies, plans, and guidelines to be followed. It is the apex body which lay policies, guidelines to manage disasters in district level, in district level, strictly following the guidelines of NDMA and SDMA. Okay. DDMA follows the guidelines of NDMA and SDMA and lay down policies and guidelines to tackle any disaster situation in district level. Okay. So it is the DDMA. Then it also came into force by DMR or Disaster Management Act, which is came into force in 23rd December 2005. Okay, the same. Then who is the chairperson? Head or chairperson? The head or chairperson of a district disaster management authority is maybe the district collector, or district magistrate, STRAT, district magistrate, or deputy commissioner. Or deputy commissioner. So head of any district disaster management authority is maybe the district collector, or maybe district magistrate, or maybe deputy commissioner. Then comes to vice chairperson. Vice chairperson is a local person, elected local person. Okay, the vice chairperson of the DDMA is any elected local person. Then another condition, the district where Jilla Parishad exists, Jilla Parishad exists, there the district where Jilla Parishad exists, there the vice chairperson shall be the chairperson. Okay, the vice chairperson shall be the chairperson. There is no separate vice chairperson where the Jilla Parishad exists. There the chairperson may be a district collector, magistrate, or deputy commissioner is functionable as your vice chairperson. Where only Jilla Parishad exists. In other district, your head and vice chairperson and vice chairperson are separate. So these are the main or eliminatory idea about DDMA, SDMA, and NDMA. Okay. So there are these mainly three institutions functionable in India to tackle any disastrous condition. In this video, we discussed about these three institutions. In next video, we are going to discuss about your NDRF and ODRAF. NDRF and ODRAF. Okay. So thank you everyone for watching this video. Have a nice day.